Hi there, I'm Red Blanchard, and it's March 6, 2011, and I have been asked by a friend of mine, a good professor at Cal State Chico. I believe that's the name of the school, and his name is Charles Bird, Professor Bird, who has been teaching French there for many years, and he suggested that I do a little piece here on Nervous Norvus. Well, without Nervous Norvus, I wouldn't possibly be as well known as I was today. I have to thank Nervous Norvus, who was one of the listeners to my program up in San Francisco, and used to send me these little 2-inch reels of tape, which he made at home, playing the banjo. No, not the banjo, the ukulele. He had a ukulele, a big one, a baritone ukulele, I believe they called it, and he would send me these reels of tape of songs that he wrote. The idea was that it was a demo tape, and he wanted me to record them. Well, I got all these tapes from time to time, and his own unique voice style was so good that it never dawned on me to try to record it. I used his actual tapes on the air, and I actually worked with some of them and put in my own sound effects, or in one case, there was a song called Ape Call, and he left a blank space in frequently in the record for me to put in my ape call, because I used to do ape calls on the radio, and I put it on the record. Another one was about car crashes. It was called Transfusion, and I inserted sound effects of car crashes. And so Transfusion and Ape Call and several other records by Nervous Norvus became quite famous. Well, here's one of the funniest things of all about Nervous Norvus. He was very bashful. He didn't want to appear in public. He never once came to my program. He always sent the tapes in the mail, and that was it. But after I left San Francisco and was down in L.A. working, one day I got a call from the Ed Sullivan Show, the TV show in New York, and they wanted Nervous Norvus to come on the show. And actually, they thought I was Nervous Norvus, because I was the one that was publicizing him all the time, and I'd done so many strange characters and voices. They just thought, well, maybe Nervous Norvus was another one of my characters. Well, I wish it was, but it wasn't. Anyway, I had to tell the Ed Sullivan Show that who he was. I gave him his phone number, because I knew that, and they called him, and he was afraid to appear in public, and he turned down the opportunity to go on TV on Ed Sullivan. I guess they wanted him to do Transfusion. If they'd wanted him to do Ape Call, then I would have gone down there with him and done the Ape Calls, but I don't know which one they wanted. Anyway, he said no, he wouldn't go on television, and that was the end of that. I never heard another word from the Ed Sullivan program. Nervous Norvus sent me over the period of about 4 or 5 years. He probably sent me 10 or 15 songs. Quite a few of the songs were about me. One of them was Red Blanchard, the Bully Bully Man. He did one about, I'm trying to think of the various songs he did about me, but Every Night I Listen to Red in Bed, that was another one. Well, if you check on the Nervous Norvus website, somebody is running it today, a Nervous Norvus website. They're selling complete DVDs of all those songs. I had them all on these little 2-inch tapes, as I mentioned, but one day I got a phone call years later. Somebody wanted to put out a DVD of Nervous Norvus. So I actually wound up selling him all the Nervous Norvus tapes and all the rights to it, whatever rights I might have had. I turned them over to this guy. And as far as I know, he's got a DVD of Nervous Norvus out there available right now. Even in 2011, you can still get it. And it's got all the songs he wrote, some of them about me, some about other people. I remember one was I'm Just a Lonely Wino. What was the one about the wild dogs of Kentucky? A lot of funny novelty songs, and all done in his unique voice, which nobody could duplicate. Well, here's the story. The sad background about Nervous Norvus is his actual name was Jimmy Drake. He lived in Oakland, California, and he lived with his mother, as far as I know. Never got married far as I know, he never even had a girlfriend. And when he was a total wino. He did a song about a wino, and he was one himself. He knew all about them. And the sad part is that he died fairly young he drank himself to death and his liver fell off or something like that. So that's the story of Nervous Norvus. And in the background here, I'm doing this in front of the typical chroma key green screen. I'll be popping in at least one picture of Nervous Norvus so you'll know who I'm talking about. And thanks to Charles Bird, we call him Chico Charlie. He's a radio ham, K6HTM. Talked to him for 40 or 50 years on the ham radio. And he used to listen to me when he was a kid, and it was his idea for me to come on here and talk about Nervous Norvus. So thanks, Charlie, and thanks to you for watching, and I'll see you later. Until then, so long.